When I was in college, I used to run rivers with my friends, and there was one place on the Snake where you could get in an eddy in your raft. And they didn't have keels or anything like that. Obviously, they were for floating rivers. But so we would have to stick our paddles or our oars deep in the water to get out of the eddy. Hi, I'm Betsy Clark, your mindset coach for another So What Wednesday. And the reason I'm bringing this up is a lot of us feel like we're going around in circles. We're kind of staying in an eddy and we aren't making any progress. No matter what we do, we can't really get out into the mainstream. And oftentimes it's the same kind of metaphor as when you're running a river and you get caught in an eddy. You got to stick your paddle in deep. And that's what coaching is. It's pulling back the layers and excavating and getting a little bit deeper into what are your values, where are your strengths, what are the things you stand for, what is your purpose, what is your why. Those things that we can call on when we go through the eddies or the ups and the downs of life. Life is an ebb and flow, and if we don't have skill sets and strategies to help us in those lulls or those eddies, we can really slow down our progress and possibly even lose momentum. And so my solution is, look at the people that you hang out with who are getting traction, who are making headway, who are making progress, who seem to, get through the dips and the spikes or the peaks in life in a way that you respect and you admire, and then ask them, what books are you reading? What podcasts are you listening to? Who's your coach? Where are you networking? Who are the people you hang out with? Because, we're the sum total of the 5 people that we hang out with. And as a business person, we can change that. Sandra Yancey always says, I always want to be the dumbest person in the room. And when I first heard that, I thought, well, why would you want to be the dumbest person in the room? And I now see that that means that she's elevated the people that she hangs out with. And that really is my intention as well. So are you stuck? Are you in an eddy right now? What can you do to stick your oars deep and get out of that circular motion so that you can get traction and get into the mainstream of life? The best part of So What Wednesday for me is when I read what your comments are, what your strategies are, because we learn from one another. It's the collaborative wisdom of women is what I'm really looking for. And I learn from you just as much as we learn from one another. I would love to hear what your input is from talking about how do you get out of when you're stuck or going around in circles. We can learn from one another. I would love to read your comments. Leave them below, or if you are interested in having a strategy session with me and maybe 15 minutes, I would love to talk about how to get you out of this circular motion. You can go to my website, which is www.betsyclarkllc.com, and write a note and contact me, and we'll set up a 15-minute strategy session. Again, Betsy Clark, your mindset coach. Have a great week.